So our story today is about the parable of the trees. And in the parable of the trees went out to find a king. And they first went to the olive tree, and they asked him if he would be their king. And he said, to be king, I would have to give up my fruit. I'd have to give up my olive oil. I'm not going to be your king. So they went to the fig tree, and they said, would you be our king? And the fig tree said, I would have to give up my sweet fruit to be kings over you. So I won't be your king. So they went to the grapevine and said, would you be our king? And the grapevine said, I would have to give up my grapes that they make wine from to rule over you. No, I won't be your king. And so then they all went to the bramble bush, said, would you be our king? And he said, yes, if you want me to be your king, then come and take shelter in my shade. Otherwise, fire will come out and burn you. So that's the parable. But what's the message? And maybe the message is, if you're going to have a king, would you like your king to be like an olive? Would you like your king to be like a fig? Would you like your king to be a grape? Or would you like your king to be a bramble? Or to put it another way, if you had to be ruled by one of these things, would you rather be ruled by an olive, or a fig, or a grape, or a thorn bush? Hard to decide. I imagine you would just say the one that you like the best. And I bet that more people in here like... Well, let's vote. If you would rather be ruled by olives, raise your hand. Nobody wants to be ruled by olives. Okay, if you would rather be ruled by figs, want to be ruled by figs? Nobody's raising their hand. Would you like to be ruled by grapes? That's what I was going to predict. More people would like to be ruled by grapes. And how many people want to be ruled by bramble bush? Just one. So what does it mean to be ruled by these things? Now these are all fine, sweet, good fruits. Noble, honorable. This is not a fine, sweet, noble thing. It's not honorable. And the message is very simple. You could be ruled by this, but if you're not willing to be ruled by this, then maybe you could be ruled by this. But if you're not willing to be ruled by this, then maybe you'll be ruled by this. But if you're not willing to be ruled by any of these, then that's what you'll be ruled by. And here's how it works. If you're ruled by the olive, you're ruled by love. You love the Lord. You love to do what He says. He's sweet. He's kind. He's gentle. If you're ruled by Him, your life will be sweet. If you love to be ruled by the fig, it means you love to do good things for people. That what motivates your heart is you love to do good things for people. That's being ruled by the fig. And if you let your life be ruled by this, it will be sweet and good. If you want to be ruled by the grape, by the vine, you want to do what's right. You want to learn the truth, learn what the right thing is, and you'll do it. And that's a fine and sweet way to live. But if you won't listen to any of those, guess what you will listen to? If you don't do it because you love the Lord, if you don't do it because you love to do good things, if you don't do it because it's what's right, then you'll do it because you have to. You have to. The ruler that's a ruler like this is somebody who says, this is the way it is, and if you do anything different, you're in trouble. And so which is it going to be? And you have a choice. And the purpose of the parable is to say, in your life, you have a choice. You can do it the easy way, or you can do it the hard way. You can live a life of order for lots of good reasons. Lots of good reasons to do good things for people. And if you refuse to listen to any of those, you don't get out of it. You don't get away. You will be ruled by something. A lot of people would say, I won't be ruled by anybody. I won't be ruled by anybody. I will do what I want to do. But if you won't be ruled by anybody, you'll end up being ruled by the bramble bush. So that's the law of the jungle. It's the law of nature. It's might makes right. It's the strongest win. And your life doesn't have to be that way. Instead, you can say, my life will be ruled by love to the Lord. Or you can say, my life will be ruled by doing good things for people.